So just a really fast recap. We talked about how we develop that harsh inner critic because as children, we don't have an inner voice. Like every inner voice was once an outer voice. So when we're born, we're just downloading. We're downloading the voices of what we're told, the consistency. And then the ones that are done repeatedly with emotion, they go right into our subconscious. And if we had parents, or again, it's not just narcissistic parents, it's any type of traumatic situation. It could be a sibling, it could be a teacher, it could be bullying in school, it could be several different things. But if we had somebody that was constantly really harsh on us and we didn't understand it, then we can have internalized that. And the thing with that voice when we're that young is that when that inner critic gets planted inside, it has or it lacks two things that we need: self-compassion and self-protection. If you had narcissistic parents that were constantly putting you down, you couldn't stand up for yourself. You couldn't flee. You couldn't leave the situation. And so your whole ability to stand up for yourself gets buried, right? And then without realizing it, we can become that parent now. Like we can leave our narcissistic family members. And if we don't uproot the inner critic, then it stays inside of us. And that voice can continue to be in charge of what we do and what we don't do in our life, even if we're not in contact. That's why no contact isn't, yes, that will stop the abuse, but it doesn't heal what was done. We have to uproot the things that were planted inside of us. So we talked about that during week 1. And some of the goals that we put forth were being mindful, starting to notice the voice, because if we can see it, then we aren't it. If we don't have any space between us and our inner dialogue, we identify so closely with it that we feel it as if that's our truth.